Good morning from this beautiful Wednesday. I am going to make my morning hot cocoa, which I've been really enjoying since last film. So I'm using just cocoa powder, a little bit of ginger, a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of clove, tiny bit of honey, and then this is the salted caramel barista gluten-free oat milk. It's so good. I haven't actually used this one in the cocoa. I've been using it in my chai, so I'm actually thinking about skipping honey for this one because this does have sugar in it, so I'll use that instead of honey. So these are the spices before I put the milk in. This milk doesn't froth as much as the soy milk, but it still has quite a decent foam froth. What I like about this hot cocoa is that it's not sweet, like it's not like the hot chocolate sweet. You still get the bitterness from the cocoa, which was something, because I love bitter things. I love I'm trying to think of all the bitter things, but I can't actually. But I miss the kind of like the breakfast. I missed having coffee. Since I stopped drinking coffee, I missed kind of the bitterness of my morning beverages. I really am enjoying this tremendously. So I'm happy that I actually started doing that. I still have my morning voice, it's funny. My partner actually let me sleep this morning, which was nice. So he just let me sleep, and he woke up with our daughter and took her to kindergarten, and I just slept. And then I woke up and it was like 8:20, and I was like, oh, that was needed. So that felt really good. So today I'm just going to work on my thesis. Well, I'm going to work as well. And I know my partner's all started a lot of laundry, so I will hang that up when it's ready. But yeah, it's thesis time. It's crunch time. It's not really crunch time, but the past 2 days, my daughter was yesterday she was home the entire day. We had a blood test in the morning, and there was no kindergarten that day. And the day before, we had a family vaccine appointment, so we all got a vaccine. And today she's going full day in the kindergarten, which is great. So I can actually work on my thesis. But I've been doing quite a lot in the past couple of days. But I've been working on it. I'm liking what I'm working on so far. I think I have sources for every single background chapter except for one, which is hilariously was my previous thesis that I've written, main sources. So I just need to find, because that one is 5 years old or something like that, so I just need to find updated research on that. And in that I want to find it's about language acquisitions in Iceland. So that chapter, not my thesis, my previous thesis was on that. So I'm going to find just sources about how people prefer to talk English to foreigners than to talk Icelandic, and how it is hard for foreigners to learn Icelandic because nobody is willing to speak to them in Icelandic, basically. Yeah. It's not the scope of my thesis, but my scope of my thesis is as well immigrants in Iceland as my previous thesis, because I am an immigrant in Iceland, so I write what I know, but in a totally different settings compared to my previous thesis, and also in a different settings because my current degree is in a completely different setting than my previous thesis in. So I'm quite I am still quite excited about my thesis. I found so many sources yesterday and Monday and yesterday, and I've just been working myself through those theses and adding them into the chapters that I need them. There's one subchapter that is done. It just needs to be like draft 1 is done in that chapter, and I worked on several others. There's a couple of chapters that I just need to make. I need to just get the numbers, get the graphs ready, and things like that about just immigration in Iceland. Top 5 countries immigrants come from, a 5-year trend, and things like that. Luckily, we have a like government organization here in Iceland that sends out like this statistical reports. It has such a great database. I'm using the database quite a lot for like several of my chapters, both about immigrants and then more the closer scope of my thesis and things like that. But yes, let's go and work with things I actually get paid for. Okay, so I finished work, I finished showering, I finished eating lunch for once. I actually ate lunch. Good job. And I did blow dry my hair a bit. So I need to go to the pharmacy. The city that I live in posted a warning that the roads, like everything, is extremely slippery because it's warm outside and it's been just ice everywhere and snow, so it's very, very slippery. But they have broken up the ice on my street, so it is clear. I don't know the sidewalk to the pharmacy, like the entire road is going to also be cleared. So I will just walk to the pharmacy, it will be nice. I just can't really be bothered to go right now, but I might wait a bit. I am going to start by writing a list of all the chapters and sub-chapters I'm working on in my thesis right now. I don't know, mark which one I'm working on, mark the one that is semi-finished, like draft 1 finished. I'm trying to, like, last week I felt so not confused, but like so all over the place with my thesis. I wasn't sure where to start or where to end. I was just like overwhelmed. I was very overwhelmed. And it's not like I've been working that much on it since last Thursday. However, and I became sick. Like I started being sick on Friday and was very sick Saturday and Sunday. But however, this week I feel like I have been working on it more, and I feel like I've worked on it in that way that now I'm not feeling as overwhelmed. So I'm going to write out the chapters, headings, just in my Hobonichi, because I'm almost finished with it. And yeah, write down the chapter headers and just mark like worked on it today, tick, something like that. Maybe I'll even do like sprints and mark each one that I worked on per sprint for 2 reasons. One, satisfactory to be like, oh, I marked, look how much I worked on it. 2, to also like remind myself to work on all of the chapters, not because I know, for example, 1 is completely empty, I haven't worked on it at all, and other ones I keep on fiddling with too much for first draft. Yeah, and like keep on being like, oh, there must be more sources. Well, there's like too many sources for one subchapter compared to the other ones. So let me do that quickly, then I'll head to the pharmacy, and then I'll come back and write, make myself something fun to drink and write. Okay, we finally have sun, so I'm going to go for the walk to the pharmacy, but I have written out all the chapters for the second chapter, so the sub chapters in the second chapter, and here I will then mark how much I worked on it. Yeah, let's go to the pharmacy. Oh my goodness, I can just sun. It's been a long winter. Such a long winter. But yeah, let's go to the pharmacy. This is where I'll fall. This is so slippery. There's some stones, but oh my goodness, I might not survive this. Okay, I'm back from the pharmacy. I almost fell like 3 times, but I'm fine. I have some, I think it's apple spiced tea. We're going through our entire tea cabinet, finishing all the tea before we buy new ones. So I'm drinking apple spice tea, which is not usually the tea I would actually drink, but it's fine. Okay, let's get back to my list. I looked over the group project we're working on that we want to hand in today, and I am not going to work on it right now. Instead, I'm going to go and let me just open up this thing. I've added in bold several things that I want to add to each chapter, and I'm thinking if I should now just go and work on the immigrants in Iceland chapter, where I will then do the graphs and things like that to add into it. Yeah, let's do that, because that's kind of data that won't change until next time. Well, until I finish this thesis. I already have one graph about immigrants in the village I live in, and I'm going to do now just generally in Iceland. How many in the past 5 years, where they're from, and I would like to have changes from the past 5 years in where they're from, because there's been a lot of changes in the world, let's just say it that way, in these past 5 years, and that has impact on immigrants, where immigrants are coming from, and that has impact on the services that needs to be provided for immigration. Well, the services that need to be provided for immigrants. Just to make things clear, this is not an anti-immigration thesis. It's about services for immigrants and how certain organizations can provide better services for immigrants in Iceland. It's very specific because I have a very specific thesis. So hello, it's Thursday now. I didn't have time to finish this vlog yesterday. I had a group meeting for a group project until quite late, but we handed in the assignment, which was fantastic. So we're supposed to hand it in today. So it's nice that it's just done. The next group assignment, we have to hand in on the 13th of April. So it gives me quite time just now to really only focus on my thesis for a while. I wish I was further along than I am. However, I am also not satisfied where I'm actually standing, where I am. So I am happy with that. I'm going to continue today. I have a meeting in a bit, and then I'm going to use the rest of the day also just writing my thesis. I'm still enjoying it, which is nice. Reading wise, I have not picked up a book since I stopped reading the book last week that I did not finish, which I stopped reading on page like 19. The book annoyed me so much that I haven't picked up another book. I have still the 2 that I picked up from the library last week as well, but I haven't even opened them. I haven't done anything in them. They're literally underneath the camera right now as a tripod. But that's just how it is, and sometimes that just happens. You just get the biggest ick from a book you read, and then just like, ugh, I'm not going to read anymore. But I will continue reading. So I'm ending this vlog now today. The rest of the day I have a meeting, and then I'm going to continue working on my thesis, and then I have a knitting group in the evening. And yeah, and then it's Friday. I feel today, like I felt yesterday as well, that it was Monday, and this morning I was sending a voice note to my friends. We send each other voice notes usually every morning, like good morning. And I was like, I was going to say happy Monday, but it's Thursday. Just my brain is not computing. The weirdest thing as well, in February I had 1 full week. The rest of the weeks were like either 1 or 2 days that wasn't kindergarten or something like that. And then in March I think I have 3 full weeks. And in April I have like 2, like I don't have a full month ever. Like not for the first 6 months of this year. I don't have a month that is full, like every week is a full week, which just yeah, getting things done. Soon there will be Easter as well. I think the Easter vacation in the kindergarten starts at like the end of March, so I'm just like, I need to get my questionnaire out before Easter vacation and have it end probably like somewhere that like as well, like I will have to send it out, and then when I start getting results I can start working on those right away, because it's not going to that many people, and like I can work on that. So yes, the goal for the rest of the week, thesis wise, is going to send out the survey to my advisor and to get her review of it. On Monday next week I want to send out the survey. That will be amazing. Continue working on the background chapters. I am enjoying the sheet that I wrote yesterday. Like I am enjoying this, and I'm just marking here like X where I worked on it, and then I thought, oh my god, that's actually genius if I can then mark X X X X X. But that's just like, this is my planner right now. Right now, it's been like this for a couple of weeks where I'm just like writing in pen. This is until the end of March, my Hobonichi. I'm not going to purchase it. I am not enjoying it. Hot take, it's not groundbreaking. It's just a simple planner, and while I did enjoy it when I got it, I like there's so many aspects of it that I'm just not really into. Like the month at glance, I haven't really used much. The year at glance, and it's all those things where it's so easy to have a year at glance like this in your bullet journal. So I will probably go, I know I will go back to my traveler's notebook bullet journal in 1st of April. Let's get back to working on my thesis, and I will see you next week. Thank you so much for watching this week's vlog, and yeah, have a lovely day or weekend or whatever. Just have a lovely life. Enjoy your life. Life is pretty. Let's try to enjoy life more. Yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you next week.